No. You can fuck with me. You can fuck with me.
That's my buddy. He's good. He knows I'm doing wrong. He loves me. Dude, who loves you?
I love you because you gave me that lightsaber, dude.
He said, you should have kept that to the end.
Oh, my God, we're live.
We're live. Whoa. Good job, boss.
And the audio's good and everything.
Good job, boss man. All right, so I can tweet it out? I can tweet and see it out. Oh, man. Not quite.
We're not going to hear each other great. I don't know what's up.
I hear you great.
You do? I just don't hear you great.
Oh, no, you sound perfect.
Okay, good. Great. That's awesome, I guess. I don't think I can turn this up anymore. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2
no, I mean,
1 2 1 2 1 2.
crystal fucking clear over here, dude.
I wonder what's going on here. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, I see us live, dude. I see us live.
Bro.
All right.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Don Juan.
Oh, game time just announced. 9:05, boys.
Bullshit.
Buckle up. Let's fucking go.
There's no fuck. All right, I got a question. All right. What's
Whoa.
All right.
30 minutes. That's it. We're
Okay.
waiting 8 hours. That's nothing, dude.
All right. So here's
That's
welcome
5%.
in, everybody. Give me my fucking lighter.
Drew says the weather is horrible tonight. Stay safe. I agree, dude. Everybody be safe on them roads out there, bro.
All right. Welcome in, everybody. We're at Don Juan Cigar Bar. What a day this has been. This was supposed to be a celebratory Saturday. LSU winning game 1 behind Paul Skeens. T-Bob and I here having a good time. I mean,
yeah.
Dane came here from Lake Charles.
Yeah.
Jeff came in from the North Shore.
And gave me a lightsaber.
We got people. You got a lightsaber
Fuck
today.
yeah, it
we
was
got
awesome,
Brittany
dude.
here. That should be a great fucking day.
It's been awesome here all
and
day.
we're all here at 1 o'clock, right? We're all here at 1 o'clock, ready for first pitch. And or what? 2 o'clock was the first pitch.
2 o'clock. We're all here for 2.
We're ready to roll, and then crystal clear, beautiful fucking blue skies, and they delay the game till 7 o'clock. By now, you know not a fucking drop of rain falls. This is one of the biggest abominations that I can ever remember surrounding this program.
So I don't have great context to this, because you know me, I'm a Johnny-come-lately with baseball, right? Past 4 or 5 years, 6, 7, it's been like I've been falling more and more in love. I've never followed or loved the team as much as this one, right? Like I've never locked in as much, watched as much baseball. So again, I don't. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, to me, I'm like, okay, you have Paul Skeens. You absolutely don't want to risk Paul Skeens no matter what. Was the wrong choice made? And I say was. Well, there's sort of a lot going on.
The wrong fucking choice made.
Well, I know, but we are using the benefit of hindsight. I'm saying at the time of the decision point.
Okay, hold on.
That's what I'm fucking asking questions,
right.
dude. We gotta light our cigars. Our pregame cigars, the classic pregame cigars, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Welcome to the only postgame show that takes place before the game.
It's true.
I feel like we should just pre-record a postgame show. Like, oh, boys, who remembers fucking Paul Skeens getting out of that jam in the 5th? I was a little worried, but then Tommy fucking Tanks does what Tommy does. How about it? Can't wait to shave my face on Monday.
So let's, I guess, my computer, Dan, hand me that bag, please, if you would. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'll have to connect this thing. So welcome in, everybody. Please smash the like button.
By the way, I do want to offer, as much as I fucking hate to do this.
I'm sorry?
I said I do want, as much as I hate and loathe to do this, I do want to offer Matt a slight modicum of credit.
Oh, Jesus.
For getting the stream up. Because he's been grinding for about 30 minutes here, working through a bunch of tech problems, FaceTiming. Normally we have an on-site producer. He did it himself this time. You know, it's not a bad thing for the boss to do. So I guess slightly good on you. Slightly good on you, Matt. That's all. That's the extent of the amount of love I can show you. But like kind of grading on a curve, I feel like that's a pretty big compliment.
Yeah, no, thanks, man. It's good shit. Thank you.
I just want everybody to know that the only reason we're on right now is because you've been tapping away the fucking laptop over there for about half an hour.
I know. Okay. I don't have internet on here. Whatever.
You want my computer?
I'll just use my phone.
All right, cool.
I'll just use my phone. So we do have official word then from LSU that they are looking to start this game at 9:06. It is presently 8:36. So thanks to everyone who's hanging out with us here live. We do appreciate it. And I do also understand that the thumbnail on this stream right now is the AFR thumbnail. Fuck, I did the best I could.
Dude, who cares?
Okay. I did the best I could. So 9:06, 30 minutes away. Yes, absolutely, the wrong decision was made to delay this game. Jay Johnson met with the media on Friday, and I tweeted out this clip earlier for those that missed it. But the clip is essentially Jay saying that he talked to the NCAA rep on site, and what happened last week at the regional just can't happen again, meaning you start a game and it gets stopped. That's what happened with Ty Floyd.
Yeah, you can't fuck a weekend starter in the playoffs. Right?
I understand that. You can't control the fucking weather. So what happens if it rains? You're just going to sit around all week and wait for a fucking day that has no chance of rain?
Yeah, bro, eventually we get to like a little Friday night regional, Monday night LSU Florida State, dude. It's going to be, Sunday night. It's going to be fucking sick, dude.
Like, the fact that this game with crystal clear blue skies and
that is the best part
small
about
chance of rain coming, the fact, like, if the skies were dark and black around Alec Box Stadium at 2 o'clock, I could understand. But the closest thing was in Lafayette, and it was a little cell. I get it, hindsight, you would say hindsight 2020. Fuck that shit. Like, we all were sitting there going, are you kidding me? LSU became a mockery on Twitter today. Now, Twitter's really cynical.
No, but Jacques had some of the best content throughout the day where, like, he's doing a montage of, like, fans. And, it's a weather delay, but it's, like, fans hanging out in the sun, sunbathing a little bit. Everybody's, like, playing catch with their family. Like, it's definitely the funniest weather delay I've ever seen in history. 8 hours of beautiful sunny skies.
It's insane, bro. It really is insane what happened here today. And I know what it is. It's and I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter today. People saying, maybe you're looking at the chat. Maybe you could see.
Yeah, I got you. I'll monitor chat. You do whatever you got to do.
So much of what was said today was, oh well, ESPN wanted a night game, or Jay Johnson wanted a night game at the box. Fuck, ESPN is the one who set the game time at 2 o'clock. Like,
no.
Like, if they wanted a night game, they could have made it a night game from jump. There's one thing that happened.
This is being scared of not wasting Paul Skeens, right?
Exactly. Did not want to start the game, have it stopped, and then you burn Skeens. Like, he said point blank. I want to pull this clip up, and I'll just hold it up to my microphone because I don't know if I have a better way to play it. But Jay said point blank at the end of this cut. Can you hear this?
Let me see.
Regional. And
yeah.
We have a really good tournament rep here.
You can hear this.
And he was here last weekend as well. And I was able to go to him afterwards on Monday and just like, hey, like this worked out for us, but like we can't start a game like we did on Sunday and then have that happen. Now nobody's perfect, and I get there's pop-ups and this and that, but like there's too much on the line, and you have to be really diligent in doing what's best for the players, not just for their safety. That's the first and foremost importance, but for the integrity of the game. And that's super important, and I'm pretty sure Coach Mingione would tell you the same thing.
Do openers factor into this at all?
I'm sorry?
Do openers?
Cobble's asking about openers. Like, do you have an opener?
Yeah, but I think we're going to watch it all the way up till game time. We will not start the game unless we have a window to play the game.
We will not start the game unless we have a window to play the game.
Yeah.
Jay Johnson told you, like, we will not start the game unless we have a window to play the game, meaning play the entire game. Well, that window doesn't exist today. There's rain in the fucking forecast until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
There is no window to play the game. Like, It is absurd that this game was not started today. On Jay's part, on Mingione's part, on the NCAA reps' part, on everybody who had a say in this decision.
Mingione did have a quote on Friday that kind of echoed it, even though I would agree it's a definite advantage for Kentucky if like a 3-inning start is all Paul Skeens gets. But Mingione did have a quote on Friday where he was like, we cannot start the game if it's going to be canceled. You know, if it's going to be delayed significantly an hour or two in. Okay, so does any of this change if this game starts in 30 minutes and is played? Because all I'm saying is, like, a lot of people.
I'm sorry, ask your question again.
Like, does any of this emotion change if this game starts at 9:06 and is played all the way through? Because people are going to say some things right now. They're going to say very strong things, right? It's like when you're arguing in a relationship, right? Some things you maybe can't take back. So, like, what happens if the game starts at 9:06 and finishes then? And Paul Skeens shoves and LSU wins and everything.
I guess the only thing in that scenario would be, what time is the game tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because in theory, you could have a circumstance where if you play past midnight tonight, which is very plausible,
gonna get
start
fucking
at 9:06,
weird, boys. Gonna get fucking weird,
and then you have
boys.
And then you have to turn around and play tomorrow around noon or whatever, which is, remember, that's what Oregon State had to do last week. Remember, they played, like, the LSU-Oregon State game got delayed.
Yeah.
Then they had to come back and play Sam Houston past 1 in the morning.
I mean, that's why
and then to turn around and play again.
That's why the Gavin Guidry save was so incredible, because he had all that, not just the narrative of, like, a big playoff win hanging over him, but, like, also, hey, bro, hey, 18-year-old freshman fuck, if you don't close this, we have to stay here for 4 more hours. Like, I'm not doing that shit, dude. I'm an upperclassman. I've been here too goddamn long. I'm not hanging out in this fucking park. Go get the 3 outs. And he did it. And he did it. No, I mean, the only part about the Johnson quote that even jumps out more to me is, you're like, I know you can't control pop-ups. And it's like, well, that does become a bit interesting, because if you've lived in Louisiana for any amount of time, you know that you really can't control pop-ups, right? Maybe this is this the first time where we've seen some of the bump up between, everybody when Jay Johnson comes, you're like, oh, he's come from the West Coast, he's come from the West, like, easy, he's not going to get the South, and, like, then he knocks out recruiting, he kicks ass, he does great, but the weather's definitely easier to depend on out there.
Now it's 9:06.
9:06, okay, 9:06, dude.
No, I know, we've already talked about it. Like, that's the start. We're going to see if they actually do that, though. Like,
The cell comes through.
Yeah, until the cell comes through, exactly, dude.
That's the problem.
Are we worried about the box, dude? Do people stick around? Will they come trickling back in if the game actually happens?
Some might, but you're definitely not going to have the crowd you had at 2 o'clock when it was packed and everyone was ready to go. And then you're like, hey, go your ass home and come back in 5 hours.
And then you come back in 5 hours, like, we'll just chill for another 2 hours.
Yeah, we're just going to hang out. Now it's 2 more hours later. I don't know. Look, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Well, it's tough because we're in a bit of the same situation, right? It's like we can't really speak in absolutes, because this game could start in 22 minutes. Or we could be sitting here with their dicks in our hands till fucking 7 a.m. tomorrow. I don't know. Like,
you see, hang on. This person said Jay's job isn't to care about us, it's to win. But, like, that is, sure, his job is to win. It's also fundamentally ignorant to say that what happened today is in any way normal. Like, is this ever, like, I cannot ever remember a scenario where this unfolded, where you had a day-long rain delay. This, dude, the only thing, some people have been asking, hey, anything like this, the only thing that is even remotely close to this was that bullshit in 2016 with Florida and the Hurricane Matthew, where, like, they wouldn't play the game. Remember, LSU in this instance is Florida. We're the people who don't want to play the game. Like, that's what this is. But LSU is the team that doesn't want to play the game.
So isn't that a bit of a baseball idiosyncrasy, though? Because it's the only sport where, like, your quarterback could play for 2 hours, have a lightning delay, and Joe Burrow's still going to step back on that field.
I totally get it. Jay is not wrong in wanting a full outing from Paul Skeens. But he also makes over $1 million a year to make tough decisions. So maybe the decision today was to recognize, fuck, you may not get this one in, so you don't start Skeens. Maybe you start Floyd or you start Hurd and get what you can in, and then tomorrow when the weather looks nice, then you start Skeens tomorrow. Like, that's why you get paid $1 million. Make the tough call.
So
don't tell everybody to sit around holding their dick all day.
So a lot of people are asking if Skeens, or a lot of people are saying Skeens ain't pitching tonight. A lot of that is okay, no, never mind. Mason Spillman says Skeens is warming up, so I don't know where that's come from. A lot of people are saying Skeens ain't pitching tonight. But that doesn't make sense. I mean, you're pot committed at this point, right?
Y'all please smash the like button.
Here we go.
Shout out to Don Juan Cigar Bar, too.
Let's do this.
I know,
but let's put our energy towards positivity. Okay, let's put all of our energy towards this first pitch taking place at 9:06. A little fucking weirdness, right? Who doesn't like getting a little weird on a Saturday night, right? A little summer. How many good summer Saturday nights have you had, right? Where you're going to the party, you got butterflies in your stomach, you don't exactly know how it's going to work out that night. Next thing you know, you're talking to someone you never expected to. Then you're in your car, you don't know where you are. You end up at some trap house. You're having a great time. The sun comes up. Then you're like, God, this is a fucking awful decision. It's Sunday. I haven't slept. But at the end, you look back on it with rose-colored lenses, okay? All I'm saying, if the 9:06 time was announced, maybe this works out. I want to watch fucking Paul Skeens pitch tonight.
Somebody asked.
I haven't been drinking mezcal for fun. I've been drinking mezcal because I want to watch the fucking K's. I want to watch 101 through 120 pitches.
So somebody asked, is there a scenario where you could play doubleheader tomorrow? Yes, absolutely.
The scenario if it gets canceled tonight, right?
you may have to play a doubleheader tomorrow. I mean, remember, the super regionals have to end by Monday. Like, you're not moving a super into Tuesday. And LSU and Kentucky was a Saturday start. So you've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday to decide this. And there were all types of contingencies for regionals if you couldn't get games played, where, like, the highest seeded team with the best record would advance. So my assumption here is if, like, they only play 2 games and it's 1-1, then LSU would advance. Like, based on the regional. But you could also play tonight.
Play all 3 games.
You could also play tonight deep into the night. You could come back and play 2 tomorrow. Like, that's the other thing about baseball is you can play multiple times in a day, and it might be what they ultimately have to do.
What about so I guess the flip side of this is, what's the latest on the Hattiesburg Regional? Because Southern Miss beating Tennessee, I think, like 4-0, right? I don't know what inning is, but Mark Etheridge, the D1 SEC writer, I love his SEC column. I actually pay for SEC Extra from D1 just because of Mark Etheridge. He tweeted, "It's fucking storming," and that he doesn't see how the game's going to finish tonight. So they're kind of on the opposite side of this, where they tried to get it in, and now they have to deal with maybe coming back tomorrow and finishing it, and then try to pick it up again tomorrow, which if you're a Golden Eagle fan.
But they made it through 5 innings.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm not coming from a place of right or wrong. I'm just more pointing out that, like, this is not necessarily an issue unique to this area. Yeah, so it's still suspended, bottom of the 5th, 4-0 Southern Miss. We'll see. But that's kind of a boon for Tennessee there, right? Golden Eagles have all the momentum. If they have to come back tomorrow and finish that, then all of a sudden Tennessee gets to sleep, recuperate. 4 runs ain't shit. We'll see.
I keep checking for updates.
Leah Van just tweeted that Paul Skeens is warming up. Got to give credit to Leah Van. Leah's been on it, dude. Leah has been, that seems like where everybody's been going for their updates.
The game will air on ESPN News, by the way. That's from Tom Hart 10 minutes ago.
Poor Tom and Ben. Ben's sitting there. Ben's flap top is going to be immaculate. He's been fading it up, shaping it up all day. That bitch is going to be cut at a 90-degree angle, boys. Just wait. You could fucking cut glass with the corners of Ben's flat top tonight. I just hope Tom's been drinking. I doubt it, but it'd be awesome if he had been. Well, how are we feeling about the actual game? Because we chopped it up a little bit on Scone and T.
So LSU is...
Steven said it actually rained in Hattiesburg. No, I get it. I know. Okay, fair. That's a fair counterpoint. That is a fair...
It makes sense that game got postponed. It poured. So you said about the game itself.
Yeah, who's Kentucky throwing tonight? Are they? Because I know Mason Moore, right? That's the guy that, like, if they feel like they got a chance at a win, they're going to put him in, right?
So
but they don't necessarily have their, like, one starting
Mason
night.
Moore is a reliever. He came in and closed out their Monday game in their regional with like 5 innings out of the bullpen.
But he also balled game 1.
He did. He pitched twice.
Right? Or in the last game.
In the last game. But he pitched out of the bullpen. So they did release 7 hours ago their starting lineup, and Zach Lee is starting tonight. So what's interesting, Zach Lee did pitch against LSU.
LSU great, Zach Lee. I'm sorry, that's a deep cut.
LSU baseball great. Two-sport
LSU
athlete.
football great, dude.
Two-sport athlete.
He was working out with us for like 2 weeks.
Bro, I interviewed Zach Lee at LSU Football Media Day. Like, I probably still have the audio of that interview, and point blank was just peppering him with, like, where are the negotiations with the Dodgers? Are you going to sign? What's your number? How much do you want? And he was, dude, I think he was a Boris client. You could tell he was super not biting on anything.
Oh, really?
Like,
he was well coached.
Didn't
only 18
say
at the
shit.
time. Wow. Okay.
Didn't say shit. So
I'm sorry. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Zach Lee was an old problem. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Everyone
Zach
here
Lee,
will remember Zach Lee.
That's probably fair.
Everyone here will remember who Zach Lee is.
He was going to be the savior, dude. Yeah. He was going to be the guy, finally. We were going to have good quarterback play, finally.
The Kentucky Zach Lee.
Yeah.
Zach Lee pitched in Game 3 against LSU out of the bullpen, and LSU just pistol whipped him. I mean, they really took him. I don't have the box score in front of me, but in the last couple of weeks, Kentucky has shifted their rotation, and Lee had actually been going second in their rotation. It was why am I blanking on the kid's name? Hang on. They had Austin Strickland going Game 3. They had Zach Lee going Game 2, and I'll look it up. The kid who was going Game 1.
I'm finding you the stats from Kentucky LSU too. Which game did he pitch in? Do you remember?
Game 3. It was Game 3.
All right. It looks like Zach Lee in Game 3 against LSU went.
Blanking.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Zach
Travis
Lee only
Smith.
made it 1 1/3. He gave up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 K, 1 strikeout.
Yeah,
and he faced 9 batters in that 1 1/3. He got fucked up.
So Travis Smith, who's a 6'4" righty, has been their Game 1 guy. Zach Lee had been going Game 2, and Austin Strickland's been going Game 3. So essentially they're flipping 1 and 2 here. But
what's weird, none of those guys except
none of them
Moore and Lee were throwing in that first series.
And their starting rotation is completely different. Like Bosma started Game 3 back then. Like Darren Williams was a guy back then. Like Kentucky kind of face planted.
Okay, Strickland went 2 2/3, 2 earned runs. No, kind of whatever.
Which game?
Game 3, it looks like.
And that was Bosma who started Game 3, right?
Yes. So it went Bosma, Strickland, Zach Lee, then Byers and Freda.
So, long way of saying it is, Kentucky is planning to throw Zach Lee, who had been who is their best arm, but had been going second. So Travis Smith had been going first, Zach Lee had been going second in the rotation, then Strickland third. And actually, if you look at their season statistics, Lee is their, Moore, who's been coming out of the bullpen, who we talked about, Mason Moore, has the best ERA.
He has the best numbers, yeah.
But Zach Lee it has the second best ERA on the team at 3.74, and he's been their best guy. So they are going good on good tonight.
Okay.
So they are. Lee had been going second in the rotation, but he's been their best guy. So they are throwing their best guy against Paul Skeens. That's
a bold choice. I mean, but you got to go for it in supers, right? I mean, that's what Ben McDonald told us. Like 100%. You can't play the games like you can in regional. 100%. You got to go for the dub.
This is every round. Strategically is different. It is a different tournament. Like in regional play, a 4-team regional, really you have to win your first 2 games.
Yeah.
So yes, the marble game, the second game is the most important. Typically that's the winner's bracket game, but you got to win the first one and the second one, right? So that's why it's the advantage of being a 1 versus a 4. But you win your first 2, then someone's got to come back, win an elimination game, then beat you twice. So you're completely in the driver's seat. So your approach is different. In a super regional, you're not guaranteed a 3rd game. Like that's the difference, right? Yes, it's a best of 3, but you're not guaranteed game 3.
Yeah.
So you can end it in 2.
So you can't. Yeah. So,
you can't say I'm going to save my guy to try to like.
Not even if you're facing down Paul Skeens, a pitcher who is so outside of the norm for what college baseball has been.
Remember
this year,
what happened?
The mind.
Remember what happened game 1 against Kentucky here. Skeens, like LSU scored 6 in the first. They were up LSU was up 14-1 after 3 innings.
Yeah.
And Skeens kind of coasted and.
Well, did you see the Kentucky media stat? So you know how like Kentucky does the media releases? Brian Holland pointed this out. So shout out Brian. Kentucky's media release said Skeened, and then went on to brag about how nobody hit Skeens better or put up more runs or hits than Kentucky did. Completely ignoring the context that it was 13-1, and Skeens was just basically like, I don't have to work that hard. I can just throw and get out of here.
And by the way, he also struck out 13 in that game.
He got Skeened. They got Skeened. Nobody had more hits or more earned run against Paul Skeens than Kentucky.
Bro, I mean, I get it. Like, sell what you have to sell. This, by the way, is fantastic. The cigar we're smoking.
This is a great cigar,
It's
This and Don Juan is popping, dude.
It's by
Let's
Punch.
Go,
it's Cigar City Brewing. This is pretty fantastic. I can't tell you I know a lot about this, but Cigar City Brewing kind of tells me that this has something to do with, like, maybe beer and the tobacco or whatever the case may be. So
Eduardo Nussbus driver says, is Skeens going for sure? Leah Van said he's warming up.
So, he's warming up. So they're going Skeens. And you got to, man, especially if you feel like you're going to have a window to get this whole game in at this point, right? I mean, you've made it to this point, delaying this game because of Skeens.
Yeah, no, I mean, it shows you the gravitas that like a true ace pulls, right? Literally, the entire world, our world, has been waiting on trying to make sure that this guy can do what he is better at doing than anyone else in the entire country. And there's something to be said about that. I mean, there's something to be said about that. Like, none of this exists without Paul Skeens' dominance. If this was last year, you've already played this game. It's the fear of wasting your greatest weapon here that has caused where we're at currently. And where we're at is 10 minutes from first pitch, boys! Let's fucking go, Jeff! Let's go! 9 minutes! Go Tigers!
Go Tigers!
Yeah, fucking take, as Eduardo says, if Skeens is going, I'm going to take LSU. Fucking yeah, take LSU, bro. Skeens about to shove. You know what Kentucky's had to do? They've had to sit there all day and just think about facing the whip. Think about facing Paul Skeens, fucking mustachioed, goateed, headband wearing, 6'7", fucking flame-throwing, giant-ass motherfucker who just, doesn't get tired. He's not human.
So I would also
ESPN News, Robert Williams is a channel.
Yeah, so this is on 2. We got to make sure they put it on news. I'm still checking for updates just to make sure they're actually going to play this game at 9:06 and get going.
Fingers crossed, for sure, dude.
What's that?
Well, Chat's gonna. I got Chat too. Chat will let us know the second it's fucking delayed.
But we also need to make sure that they know to put this on ESPN News.
Yeah, but we got to get off if they start, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Read questions. Go ahead. What are people saying?
Do y'all plan to be live at Don Juan's after the game is first pitch at 9:06? No more delays. I don't know if we'll be able to. Right? What do you think, Matt?
I don't know that they'll be open that late.
That's what I'm saying. We've done late shows for football before, but it was all pre-planned, right? Like we knew we were going to be late. All the all the logistics were settled. But if this game starts, and you, like we said, you want a weird summer Saturday night, I'm going to stay and watch the game here. Okay, we've been committed to hanging out here, fucking having a good time. I'm fucking down, dude. I am here. And if we don't get to do post-game, that is what it is. Again, this is the only ever post-game, pre-game show. But then we'll make it up. Like we can do it. Maybe we do next week, right? Well, fingers crossed. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay, one fucking game at a time. Road to Omaha. Everything hangs in the balance. Everything about this team has been leading up to this moment. Oh, you were pissed they lost in Hoover. Oh, you were pissed they blew it against Mississippi State. None of it fucking matters. if you win 2 of 3 this weekend, okay, ultimately, what do the ends do, boys? The ends justify the fucking means. I don't care what you got to do. Well, that's not true, right? If you're going to genocide or something, that's not necessarily true. That's bad.
We don't want to do
but
that.
In baseball,
terms,
the ends justify the means.
In the parlance of our times.
Let's fucking go, dude. And so it is what it is. Let's get this fucking series started, dude.
So Wilk said do a live commentary. I wish we could.
We're not allowed to.
So I will explain this. I think a lot of you probably heard us say it. I do love companion shows, but we are at Guarantee Media. We are the flagship of the LSU Sports Radio Network, and part of our contract is that LSU will not allow us to do a companion show
which I get.
Opposite their broadcast because it's like they feel like it's competing with their broadcast. So that's why we can't do companion shows anymore. That was just written into the most recent contract, which is like 6 months old.
Shout out to all the real ones that used to show up for the fan cave back in the day. Me and Emil and Alex used to watch the football game live in studio we did it for the entirety of the awful pandemic season. I'll never forget watching Mississippi State live and just fucking melting as we're watching KJ Costello carve up the Tigers for 500 yards and 17,000 touchdowns, dude. Okay, boys, chat is saying the box is full. Chat is saying the box is full, dude. And we're 5 minutes away. Let's go.
Are we actually going to get to watch baseball? I need to
suck that Tiger dick, bitch.
I'll purge my bad vibes. I'll get the fuck
boys.
over it.
Let's go, boys. Cheers. Fuck the bad vibes. Fuck Kentucky. Kentucky. Hey.
I wasn't asking for forgiveness, Jeff.
How about this?
At all. I don't need forgiveness.
How about
I don't need forgiveness.
How about this?
I'm just saying I'll purge bad vibes.
Kentucky these nuts. You fucks. Go back to the bluegrass, you bitch. Go. Bro, don't they gotta go? They gotta go race some horses or some shit. It's baseball season in these parts, dude. Put on Naked and Afraid. Put on Naked and Afraid solo.
No, we're not watching Naked and Afraid.
I want to watch Naked and Afraid solo.
I think it's on. I think it's.
Ooh, John Wick 2. I have no idea what ESPN News, what channel ESPN News is. Hey, oh.
Bro, I'm starting to fear maybe they don't have ESPN News here.
Bitch.
Do they have a stream? Ask them if they have a stream. We might have to stream it.
Stream it.
But they don't have ESPN
put it on my
News.
laptop. Gather around the 18-inch MacBook, boys.
Hey, buddy.
I hate today. I hate everything about today.
I love it.
I blame Jay Johnson.
Let's
this is a terrible thing. This has been a terrible, terrible day. So, all right.
Let's get weird.
Joshua
Let's get
Johnson,
weird.
what's up, y'all? Shouts for white shirts, Sonny's wife. Thank y'all for watching. Lan Donovan, what's going on? Zachary Moe, appreciate y'all for watching. Smash the like button if you haven't done so yet.
Bitch.
We got like almost 700 people hanging on with us.
So I'm saying,
really
boy, we got the
cool,
fucking boys, the girls with us. We fucking ready to roll, dude.
I don't know if we're gonna go. All right, so let's real quick. Let's look at. All right, let's look at the.
You think the lineup's going to be the same?
LSU posted it earlier today. Let's just look at it again. I would assume they're going to go with the same thing. I can't imagine. Yeah, they've reposted it. So here you go. It's Cruz, White, Morgan, Travinsky, Beloso, Dugas, Joubert, Thompson, Pearson. So same lineup they went with in regional as they're going with again.
I'm shaking my beer. Travinsky 3-run home run incoming, boys.
The only thing that we didn't. The only thing that we weren't sure what they would do would be. Because Kentucky is a really active team on the base pass, would they maybe start Milazzo as a defensive player and DH Travinsky?
Well, Jake. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was the only question. Was if they would do that, and they're like Travinsky has to be in the lineup. That's not even debatable.
Jake looked at defensive stats earlier this week, and Travinsky definitely has more pass balls. Like Milazzo has one. Travinsky had like 6 or 7 last game, but. He has a higher rate at getting him out when they're trying to steal. He has a higher fielding percentage. Like, not significantly, but the point is, besides pass balls, which against Kentucky can be pretty fucky. I mean, I get it. But besides pass balls, Travinsky has been slightly better.
The other thing that is not a stat that you can't look up is with a catcher, you want to be still behind the plate. Like, catchers framing pitches and being still.
Yeah, he's not the best at framing.
He's kind of a butcher. Like,
yeah.
It's
you can see it's like.
And Milazzo's very good. So that's a lot of that position is managing your pitcher, managing your all that sort of stuff. So yes, some of that, but again, like, there is no argument. Like, Travinski has got to be in the lineup. The only question was, would Jay choose to have Travinski DHing in that spot and then having Milazzo catching? But I have no problem with the lineup at all. They're going offensive. They're going offensive. They're going to go.
How about this? We talked to Travinski this week. That was his first time catching Paul Skeens.
Yeah, Milazzo's caught him every game this year.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
I mean,
he said he was nervous. I get it.
Well, ever since Neil got hurt, Milazzo's caught him every game since Neil got hurt. So, all right. Have they started yet, or are we a minute away from starting? Because we got to stop.
I'm trying to look it up.
All right, y'all, we're at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here for sort of an abbreviated whiskey and wine. Looks like they're going to play baseball. Thank goodness for that.
Oh, go Tigers! Fuck you, Kentucky! Kentucky these nuts! Hey, oh, suck that Tiger dick, man!
Did they start yet?
Paul Skeens is on the mound. The box is
right.
ready to roll, boys.
All right, we got to shut this down.
We love you. We got to shut it down. Go Tigers! Let's fucking go!